Howdy gamers, welcome to another B-Dog adventure. Today I'm going to tell you a story from the time I was on call. It was a wonderful experience and it just showed me how dumb this job can be some days. In case you're new here, I am a cable guy from the Midwest. I do all sorts of stuff. Sometimes I even work in the middle of the night. Ooh, spooky and cringe. I was responding to this call at about 9 p.m. because my customer was having issues with their internet and their cable services, and it was really sad that they couldn't live without it for one day. But I digress, I have a job I need to do, so let's go out and figure out what the heck is happening out here. So I see that the neighbor's yard, shout out to this reused set design, is the only one that actually has good pole access in order to check out all of my signal and equipment. So, with it being the middle of the night, I have my flashers on, I got my overhead beacon spewing light out into the stratosphere. Everybody knows that a cable guy is here to become a local hero. So I come and I just start knocking on this dude's door. I figure that someday he's gonna answer it because I prefer to let people know when I'm inside of their backyard so they don't shoot me. I live in the Midwest, like I said before. It is pretty common for people to not like others trespassing. There's this whole thing, the castle doctrine, stand your ground, blah, blah, blah. A bunch of bullshit, don't worry about it. But I knock on this dude's door for like 5 minutes, and there's no answer. And I know somebody has to be home because, well, the lights are on inside. And there was also a car parked in the driveway. I didn't build the car, shout out to that car, to Greg Builds, hell yeah. So I go ahead and I open up my little storage compartment in the back. I get out my good old climbing harness, and in case you don't know what it looks like a little bit like this. I'm gonna be strapped on into my ladder in case it falls on over. Observe the long, beautiful blonde hair. But with that, I get on my harness, I put my 90-pound ladder on my shoulder, and I start walking through this dude's backyard. And just as I'm about to get it set up, I hear an older gentleman shout at me, "Hey, what the hell you doing out here?" And I look behind me,
Hi there.
and there's this motherfucker named Theo. Theo, as not demonstrated right now, currently has a rifle pointed at my chest as I am in his backyard. And I am not happy about it, to say the least. One saving grace, he had his finger outside of the trigger well, but he was still pointing a rifle at my chest. Let's go ahead. Just to give you an example, it looked like this good old M4A1. You might know it as an M16, or you might know it as an assault rifle. Ooh, spooky scary. But this man had the dumper, and he was pointing it at me, going, "Why are you in my yard?" And I look at my harness, my bright orange Class 3 harness, that has my company logo on it, my big, gigantic-ass neon green ladder, and also the company truck out front of his fucking house that is just spewing light out into the world. You know, you probably could have seen the Aurora Borealis that night, but my flashers just gave light pollution, ruined everything. So I stutter a little bit. I just go, cable guy. He goes, huh? I'm just like, "Sir, I'm a cable guy. Your neighbor is having impacted services. Your home is the only one that actually has pole access in order to climb up and check on the services and equipment. I have easement rights in order to come back here. Can you please just point that fucking thing at the ground, sir?" And he goes, "Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna rob me." It's like, hey, brother, I don't think a 90-pound fucking extension ladder is gonna do me good for robbing you in your dinky little house and your dinky little shed. But I tried to knock. Just goes, "Oh, well, I was in the bathroom." Wonderful. Can you go about your day and can I go about mine? So that way we don't have to have this interaction ever again? And he goes, "Yeah, sure thing, sure thing." And he leaves. And I climb my happy ass up my ladder, realize, oh yeah, signal's not good up here because there is water currently inside of the cable line. And if you didn't think that was a thing, let me be the first to tell you, yes, you can get water inside your cable lines. It won't shock you and kill you immediately, or at all, really. There's not enough voltage traveling through our little drop system in order to do that. Granted, if you took one of our distribution cable lines and if it was carrying power over it, yeah, you feel that a little bit. Speaking from experience, it is quite the tickle. But I get everything all said and done. Good old Theo, keeping a watchful eye from the inside of his home, finally sees me deactivate my flashers and beacon, rack up my ladder, and get the hell out of Dodge. So, rest assured, not the safest job there is to be out there, but at least this guy has some decent trigger discipline, and that's going to be it for the story today. Thanks for watching.